Google one of us. and we sought out a prize, some chocolate stuff to get them for the one who could find the most information about one of our members. And it came out that they were nearly astonished that you can make a complete trace of a year of some person just by the pictures he uploaded, where he has been, who he has talked to, and so on. This is a very good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Rainer Glück. I'm from CCC Hamburg. We have a similar project, and we attended an Easter egg before. So,
yes, yeah.
I just want to point out the matter of getting 14 students in one room at a time they don't want it to, or they normally have leisure at this place. That's easy. Don't talk to the students, talk to the teachers and ask if it's part of their normal subjects, of their normal lessons. And so the students will be there because they are forced to, and they are happy because they don't have a boring teacher in front of them, but something they don't have to write, they just have to listen, and that's all. So that's quite another atmosphere in the room, and it's not, it has not the bad taste of something, whoa, when does it end? I wanted to be at home and the sun's shining and now it's late. Well,
yes, that's completely right. The best thing you can do is to tell the teacher, tell me how to educate them, but please then go, just go. As I did it, the last time we made a privacy workshop, it was with my own students, and I tried to be the less time in the front. I tried to stay mostly behind, so that they could just even couldn't see me at all. Because it would be like the normal teacher-student situation otherwise. So this is also a good point. Any further questions?
Do the schools accept you? I mean, don't they say it's some kind of weird political party, so we don't want them to indoctrinate our students? I saw that one of your workshops in Karlsruhe is in the view of the Linke, which is a political party. So the school workshop shouldn't take place there.
Yeah, this is, in German it's law that you have to stay out at school with any politic stuff, any party-related stuff. So if you do this and you can't find a place at the school, try to find a place that's neutral. That's as neutral as possible. And if you come from a party, try not to make that clear. Try to make that clear toward the teachers and the principal of that school, but not like to overwhelm those students with, we from that party brought you this wonderful privacy workshop. You have to stay there very neutral because it's law in German. And of course, it's better for the students not to make to overwhelm them with some other ideas, like because they get bored. You want to sell us something? It's like this old thing.
You mentioned that you're not aware of anyone doing anything else like this here in Germany. Are you? I know I've read about something similar in, I think it was either the UK or America, inspired by a book called Little Brother, where students where teachers did workshops very similar sounding to yours. Are you aware of other international movements in this, or
no? At the moment, not. That's pitiful, I know. But maybe we can talk later on so that you can give me the names that I can try to get contact. Any questions? Yes? It's mine.
Well, you talked about that cool stuff of Facebook and so on. Is there any opportunity for us to get into that thing without our own account?
Yes, like you can use Trashmailers. I always use yotmail.com because they export the inbox as a RSS feed, and all of my fake accounts are made with those trash mail addresses, so that I can don't have to waste my own. Any last question, perhaps? Okay, do you want to go? Oh, no, there is. Okay.
Okay, this is more like a remark, some experience we had at a university in Bremen, where they introduced like these small cards. You buy everything, you know, every meal you buy in with these cards and so on. And there were some students sitting there like, well, okay, we don't like them, but they get now rid of all the cash stuff, so we use them. And they got the idea to actually go and ask, okay, what do you have stored of my data due to these cards? And they got the printout. It was like, they just had it for 3 months, and it was like 30 pages of stuff. Every meal they ate, everything they ate, it was stored on there. So it works also in other places. It's always a good idea to get the people the idea, you know, look for the data that is stored about you somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. You can do this with basically all kind of stuff. It doesn't have to be like RFID data chips builds or social network profiles. You can use anything that concerns them, because like most of those ideas and concepts like privacy and data protection are very, very abstract and even hard to describe in very simple words. Like it took me about 20 hours to find pictures that expresses those pictures. I need like how many? Like 20 or 4 hours we need just to find these pictures, and it's very, very hard to put abstract concepts into understandable words. So the easiest thing is to concern them, present them the bill, present them the social network profiles, present them anything that they will be concerned about it, and then they think, oh, I didn't expect or want that.
Just to add, I also think it's a really good idea to try to visualize those massive kind of media on data you're creating every day using just any kind of modern digital technology. For instance, printing out is a really good one, but you can do this also in other ways. And I think not also for school kids and teenagers, it's an interesting or important idea to do so. If you wanted to engage people to care about their privacy, do it with other stuff like other social network services for parents and stuff like this.
Yeah, you can actually, a small bell, take a small bell with you, which you ring it every time someone loses his data. And so you can go around with some ping, 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 you lost already another private data of you.
Yeah, for instance, one thing we've done at the beginning of our group in Siegen was to just to print out some small pieces of paper where information was signed, like a telephone call from person A to person B on this and this date, talking about this and that, and just take this and leave it on the floor in a city center, and to explain people how often and how quickly they are losing their data and not losing, or they're creating data that what someone later on can be useful.
Yeah, you can see one of our pictures. Do we have them? No. I get on my personal webpage, which is christoph.de, but Christoph with 2 C's in the front, so cchristoph.de. I actually linked to my pictures on 23.hq.com. Okay. There you can find some of our art stuff pictures where we try to visualize the loss of data or those loss of privacy stuff things. And dot. No.
Okay, just one question.
One more question. Do you also teach them? I know it's mostly impossible how to get rid of this data if it's on the internet. There are some methods to get rid of it. Do you also teach them how to do this?
Basically, we explain them that you can contact administrators and oh yes, Yes, we did. I tried to explain them that if they search hard enough, they can find pictures of me got drunk when I was 16. And they all got excited because they were my students. And I said, I tried to contact the administrator, but he didn't just react on my emails and my phone calls and did not erase those pictures. And by that, I tried to show them how hard it is to remove data from the internet, because even, and that's another point, even, yes, one student asked me, what's about if I just take out that I just, yes, okay, nice try. With a mouse full of tongue, it's hard to speak. I tried. No, actually, she asked me, so like this. She asked me, didn't it just would be easy for me to remove the pictures from my social network profiles so that you cannot get them anymore? And I said, yes, you could do that, but I already have the pictures on my hard drive and on the starter storage server of the school. And so they're gone. And is a question? I'm not sure anymore. Is it answered?
Just to add, this is really important to tell people. Of course, you got, in my opinion, really small or minimal opportunity to get it back. But in my opinion, it's the best idea to keep explaining that at the beginning. If it's on the internet, it will be there forever. And if you're 16, you can't maybe imagine what is the result in about 3-4 years when you're joining a job or whatever. But you have to explain it that normally, like Christoph's example has shown, it's not possible to get it out.
Yeah, there is a human psychological range of like 2 weeks. Anything further than 2 weeks, we cannot imagine. If I would tell you, like, the Earth will explode in 2 years, you feel like, yes, I get 2 years left. But if I would tell you the Earth will explode in 25 minutes, you get concerned. And this is why, maybe, it's like, where's my payback card? Where's my payback card? The Earth got destroyed. So the best thing is to concern students with things from their day-to-day life and from nowadays. You can use pictures from earlier days, but it won't concern them as much if you use actual stuff. Okay, that was a question.
Not so much a question. I hope you don't mind if I check this a little bit. I just wanted to mention that there's another organization in Germany that's called Freiheitsredner. Also in Austria soon, and if these guys do stuff similar to the privacy workshop, and if you're all on your own and interested in helping, then you can join us there. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. The Liberty Speaker Network, as I'm part of it, oops, I should have mentioned it. As he said, we are a network of like 70 people around Germany, which you can ask to hold a talk, to give a lecture, give a workshop at any place, at a school, at your job, anywhere, at your Christmas party, about data retention, about surveillance laws, and so on and so on.
Okay, are there any further questions? Okay, there's the one.
So you have to stay? Yeah.
Do you have any idea why there is no initial interest in this privacy stuff or in this young generation?
I thought about quite a while. I think it's that they didn't grasp the internet. They think the internet is a thing they can use to share things with their friends. And most of the students I talked to, and I talked with many students for a very long time without giving them any hints of what I wanted to hear from them, to get to know what they think about. And I think they grasp it the way they intend it to use. They intend to use the internet as a medium to communicate just with their friends, So they think it's a sphere just for them and their friends, their peers. So they don't get it that it's a public area. And I think that's the most flaw in the plan.